Yo, what's going on, Rockstars? Welcome back to the channel. I'm absolutely thrilled to have you all back here, and I sincerely hope you're all doing well. Right, now if you're new here, I go by Samson X, and today we're talking the alpha male. Oh yeah, man, let's get it. Now, like I discussed in my beta male video, which you can check right above here after you finish watching this, of course. Like I said there are two types of men in this world: the alpha male or the beta male. Again, we're going to look at it like nature, like the pack of lions analogy I was using. The alpha lion, which fucks the lionesses, gets the zebra meat, and is the king of the pride like Mufasa. Or he's at least a bad boy like Scar. Whereas the beta lion, he gets the scraps, doesn't do as well, doesn't get to fuck. His presence gets swept under the rug. Whereas also to last time we were discussing traits and signs that you might be a beta male, this time we're going to be doing the opposite. 10 traits of the alpha male. Let's get it. Alright, number 1. The alpha male is a leader. Say for example, he's going for drinks with a woman. He's leading her in a protective way, in a protective manner. Or if he's out with a group of friends, he is leading them. He takes the initiative. Say if the group of friends don't know where to go, they can't decide, he will perk up and make that decision. He's decisive with his leadership. Also, the alpha male is a leader in the aspect that he leads by example. Say for example, if he's on his purpose and he's grinding hard, other people are going to look up to him or look to him for inspiration. That's how he leads by example. Or it could be by the way he dresses. He dresses sharp and influences others. Think of him as a trendsetter. So those are definitely ways you can implement that leadership status into your life and get those leadership skills by being decisive, taking control, and leading by example too. Alright, number 2. The alpha male takes care of himself. Like, he's definitely hitting the gym. He's got a good degree of strength, he's physically fit and got a good body. No homo. But he's definitely always dressed on point, accessories to boots, popped, polished, everything ironed, clean, fits good. His grooming's on point. If he's got a beard, he makes sure his beard's on point, or if he's clean shaven, he makes sure that's on point. His hair's on point, always groomed to the max. So yeah, the alpha male definitely takes pride in his appearance because he knows the importance of first impressions. Look, whether you like it or not, people are going to judge you. They will make micro judgments on how you look. And the alpha male knows this, and he utilizes his potential and what he knows to put his best foot forward. That's how he leads by example, like we was discussing just. So yeah, taking pride in his appearance, making sure his physical fitness, physical prowess is on top form, and staying well groomed is definitely part of the alpha male's protocol. Alright, number 3. The alpha male has sex appeal. Unlike the beta male, who just doesn't do it for her, he has that bad boy look. He has that strut, that nice confident strut. And the way he dresses also is important to that. All the testosterone bubbling up and the masculine energy inside of him makes him walk with a certain swagger, a certain confidence that just, it gives off that energy to women, you know what I mean? He's got that je ne sais quoi. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Don't quote me on that. But he's got that, there's something about him, there's something about the alpha male to the woman which makes her think that, man, I just want to fuck him. And that's his sex appeal right there. Like I always say, do you want to know if you've got low testosterone without having blood work? Women want to be your friend. Because if you didn't have low testosterone, women would want to fuck you instead of being your friend. Think about that one, that's food for thought. Yeah, the little swag and the way he carries himself with the sex appeal is definitely high in the masculine alpha male's protocol. Alright, number 4. The alpha male is always figuring out ways to grow. And what I mean by this could be most of anything. Even down to in the gym, he's always figuring out ways, say if he's hit a plateau, he's figuring out ways, how can I tweak this or tweak that to make my form or make my games better to start growing. Or most importantly, if we're talking business, if he's ever hit a plateau or he wants to grow from nothing to something, he's definitely always figuring out ways to grow. He sits down in a logical, methodical manner. He's always thinking about, alright, how can I do this? It's game plan time. Let me figure this out. Let me start figuring and thinking. Like, his mind, like the cogs are always going in his mind. If there's any room for improvement, he's on it straight away. Always figuring out ways to grow in any sort of situation in life. And this is why the alpha male has the upper hand. and he's got the competitive edge over most. Alright, number 5. The alpha male is a little bit rebellious from time to time. Basically what I'm saying with this, he just has a don't give a fuck attitude. Like if somebody needs putting in their place, he will definitely do it. He might start throwing F-bombs and start fucking cussing like someone you might know. He might say some off the wall shit sometimes. Sometimes because he knows it needs saying. He's just saying what everyone else is thinking sometimes, but no one has the balls to say it, which sometimes can result in him being regarded as a dickhead or an asshole to some of those who don't get it. But in reality, ultimately he will be respected more because he just says what's on his mind within reason. Like he doesn't sugarcoat anything, he just gets straight to the point. What you see is what you get, no hairs, no graces. And that's where the bad boy appeal comes in, like, because he's rebellious. Sometimes he might not colour in the lines of society. He doesn't fit the mold, he's not a carbon copied asshole. Like he just does what he wants in that regard, within reason of course. And this is why, like I say, he ultimately gets respect, like intuitive respect of everyone. Because he's just doing his thing, man. He's just doing his own thing. Yeah, man, being a bit rebellious and not giving too much of a fuck is just something the alpha male does. Alright, number 6. The alpha male is a hard worker. He's definitely not afraid to get his hands dirty. If he has a normal job, he's definitely grafting. He has a manly job, like he does labour, bricklaying, a trade like mechanics, electrician, like he's definitely like hands-on. Like he doesn't have a safe little job like working in an office. Like he's there, man, he's ready, like always ready to lift some shit, get his hands dirty and not afraid to work for his money. But if we're talking business minded and those who are on the purpose, the alpha male takes pride in hard work and perseverance because he knows eventually that will pay off. And whatever his purpose may be, he's always grinding until he dominates his field. Like every time you see him, he's always hard at work at something. Even down to if he's in the gym, he's always working hard at what he does. He lifts heavy and he grinds and grinds, all the blood, sweat and tears until he gets what he wants out of that. But I could use my fine self as an example. All I do these days is I work when I can, I come home, I plan out my videos, I'm working on my videos as much as I can, and I'm working in the gym also. So I personally feel as every day goes along for me, I'm always hard at work on something. And with that hard work comes productiveness. He's like the alpha male is productive. He doesn't have time to come home from work and sit on his backside just watching TV, fucking stuffing his face with fucking junk food and shit like the beta male will. I mean, don't get me wrong, if it's been a tiring day at work, have a little hour or two to unwind, and then he gets on his purpose, he gets on his side hustle, or whatever it is he's got going on to be constructive and productive with. He's always hard at work on something, so that is definitely part of the alpha male's protocol. And number 7, the alpha male definitely takes confrontation seriously. Unlike the beta male who avoid it at all costs, if you say something wrong to him or you get out of line with him, he will definitely not hesitate to put you in check and stand up for what he knows is right. But he won't go out starting fights, obviously, of course not, but if somebody steps out of line and disrespects him, he'll definitely put them back in line. And even if it gets physical, he won't mind throwing his fist. If you swing at him, he'll definitely swing right back. Maybe sometimes twice as hard, or more than once. I mean, hey, who can tell? Just don't piss him off, man. Right, number 8. The alpha male is not petty and he uses logic and reason. What I mean by this, any situation he finds himself in, he will use logic, he will think about it logically and reasonably, as opposed to thinking about it with his feelings and his heart, like women do, because he knows it's a feminine trait. Like say for example, he's not thinking with his heart, he's thinking with his head, especially if he's a businessman. I saw a video recently on a good channel, a good content creator by the name of Book of Alpharonomy. That dude is real, man. If you haven't checked out BOA, Book of Alpharonomy, you go and check it out right after you finish watching me. Don't stop watching me though, because he's so good. Basically, his latest video, he was reviewing a clip of this landlord and this landlord, he owns a bunch of properties, and this woman came to live in this landlord's house that he owns, and time came eventually that he should have evicted her, and he didn't. He kept letting it slide because he was using his heart, because he thought, you know, she might look kind of good, she might maybe somewhere down the line might give me some ass or something. So he was like letting it slide all the time. Like, she was late on the rent all the time. He just kept letting it slide, and eventually she took the piss and smashed the fuck out of the house. And in the recording, that Book of Alpharonomy, he was reviewing, in the recording, the guy is going around recording the ruins of the house that this bitch had fucking smashed up, and he's going around saying, look at what you've done, this is what you've done. You've done this because I've given you a chance, and this is what you do to me. And he starts crying on film, saying that, oh, I've been so nice to you, and this is how you repay me. That's neither here nor there. Maybe I didn't do the best job of explaining it. Go and check that video out anyway, so you get a better understanding of what I mean. Basically, what it is, he was supposed to be coming at the situation with a business mind, yet he was thinking not with his head, but with his heart. This is definitely not a part of the alpha male's protocol. He doesn't think with his heart or his feelings. He has to do what is right because he knows in his head that it's the right thing to do. Because he's using logic, he's thinking about things logically and reasonably. Right, number 9, the alpha male is supportive. In a sense that, say for example, if he sees that you've started a new business, or he knows that you're getting on your purpose too, he'll always try and do what he can to plug your purpose. So just argument's sake, you started a watch company and you've got an Instagram page, he'll help and do anything he can to help plug your Instagram page. And he wants to see people do better for themselves, because he knows that another man's success will never dampen his. So he's an uplifting individual in that regard, but he's not corny with it though. He'll always do what he physically can to help another man out if he sees them trying to grind for what they want, and he'll do what he can to help uplift them. Sometimes if you're not as mentally resilient as the alpha male, sometimes his support could come across as harsh. Give you an example of what I'm on about. Say a man's just broken up with his wife, and he wants to come to the alpha male and start crying. He will slap him one in the face and tell him, fix the fuck up. Basically, he'll metaphorically stab him in the chest and patch him up afterwards, because he's just cool like that, and give him a pat on the back and say everything's gonna be alright, but call him a little bitch at the same time. It might be a bit stupid what I'm saying, but like, you get where I'm coming from though. So he's definitely supportive in that regard. Finally, number 10, the alpha male has his integrity intact. The official definition of integrity is the quality of having morals and strong principles, which is what I was talking about in point number 8 when I was talking about him not being petty and using logic and reason. Basically, he's got his integrity intact, which means even though he may not want to do something, he does it because he knows it's the right thing to do, and he has morals and principles that he just doesn't go against. Say for example, he might be hustling, like, get it how you live, you know what I'm saying? But he won't go break into someone's business and steal food out of their mouth that way, because he knows that that's just scummy. He has morals against that. Like, say for example, you want to borrow £10 off of him, and he says to you, bring it back to me next Friday, which is a week away. But 3 months later, you keep ducking him and you haven't gotten that £10 back to him. It's not about the money. Money's not an issue in the slightest. It's about the principle of the matter. There's where principles come in. Like, there's just certain things you don't do. And those are all examples and all ways that the alpha male has his integrity intact, because he knows the right things and he knows the certain boundaries you don't cross, and he knows the certain things are the right things to do even though he doesn't want to do them. If that makes sense. You get where I'm coming from. Yeah, having his integrity intact is definitely number 1 in the masculine alpha male's protocol. And in my humble opinion, you can't consider yourself an alpha male without integrity. Right, now that brings us to the end of our list of 10 traits of the alpha male. Now there's something quite important I want you to take away from this that I've heard a few other people say. And it's that I want you to know that the alpha male is way far more unattainable than people make it out to be. Like, dudes just go to the gym one time and they sit up and go, oh yeah, I'm an alpha male. Like, dudes have a job and they get to supervise that and go, oh yeah, I'm an alpha male. Dudes fuck one woman and go, yeah, oh, I'm an alpha male. No, it doesn't work like that. It's a combination. Well, these specifically that I named are alpha traits. You build these alpha traits, which in turn makes you an intermediate bad boy. Like, if you have those traits and you're up there, like you have that, you're far ahead of anyone else. So good on you, man, if you got those traits. So like, you're doing better than anyone else. So that's just something interesting about these traits and the whole alpha male, beta male thing that I want you to take away from this. Right, now there you have it. There's been 10 traits of the alpha male. Guys, I sincerely hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, don't forget to scroll down and hit subscribe, because my schedule is Tuesdays and Fridays. Guys, get down in the comments, give me any questions or suggestions for what you might want to see next. Also, don't forget to hit like on the video, that's really going to help me out when you do that. And guys, don't forget to hit notification bell so you never miss a new video from me. Right, now that's it for me for now, and until next time, hang loose.